morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from at this time. Still your personal person, Dr. Wachi Amareze. Today, we're here bringing you ordinary spiritual consciousness message. Yes, ordinary bozondo, obozo nwere onwe, obozo mpụta ihe, obozo ọganiru. So n'ụbọchị tata, weke. The message we have here today is about the consciousness of incarnation. Yes. Incarnation and reincarnation. Yes. There is incarnation, there is reincarnation. And incarnation and reincarnation is based on a law. And the law is under the law of, the natural laws that deals with mentalism, the principle of mentalism, the principle of cause and effect, the principle of vibration as well, and also the principle of correspondence. Okay? But mostly we are looking into the principle of cause and effect and that of, correspondence, which are all rooted from the principle of mentalism. That our thoughts creates our reality, and our thoughts are things. Okay? That by our thoughts, our life is made. By our thoughts, creations are made. Okay? So, we're here this morning bringing this information. Now, for those of us who are conversant or who has the knowledge about this book called the Bible, when you read the book called the Bible, you come across the book of Malachi, and that is one of the book of the prophets according to the allegorical story of the Bible. Now, that book of Malachi has an injunction stated in chapter 3, verse 1, which is talking about that God will send his messenger. Then, when you move from there to the book of Matthew chapter 11, from verse 10, read it through down to 15, you'll come across the fulfillment of that spoken word from that prophetic utterance. Yes, that Afabara during that time, because prophecy to a large extent is Afa reading. Yes, good. Now, when you come to that place, the person called Jesus of Nazareth made a confirmation of that prophetic statement as spoken by Malachi, and other prophets, that the person that is to come as in view and everyone is expecting to come has come, and that person spoken of is Elijah, who previously lived as Elijah but now has come as John the Baptist, the baptizer. Okay? Now, thereby confirming and affirming strongly the natural phenomenon of incarnation and reincarnation. So, be not deceived, for many keep on deceiving others that incarnation and reincarnation is not real, that there's no such thing. But that's not true. Don't be deceived. And remember that most of the words written in that book called the Bible is from, our ancient land of Africa, from the ancient spiritual book of the land of ancient Egypt. Because the present Egypt is not the Egyptians that built the pyramid. Yes. So, our ancient African land of Egypt has written so much concerning the Almighty Creator and the worshipping and the ideology and philosophy of religious, phenomena. Before ever the copies were being taken from that same one book by the Judaists that wrote the Torah and that of the Christians that wrote the um, Bible of the New Testament and that of the few copies that they collected for the Old Testament. Okay, now what are we driving at? What we are driving at is that reincarnation is real and reincarnation never dies. And it is something that is very, very effective in the life of most people today. In Igbo cosmology, we say that Ilouwa, onye loro gụwa, onye yoro gụwa. Okay? Let it be known to us that reincarnation has been most of the problems of many people today. Yes, because why? Most of the people who have reincarnated has previous karmas, previous causes, previous, effects. And every cause has its effect. If it doesn't fulfill that moment of the previous time, it will be fulfilled in the afterlife. That is, in the next life. Yes. If you look into your life or look into the lives of most people, there are so many problems so many people are going through, so many experiences many people are experiencing despite their religious inclinations, despite who they are in those religious factions. It can be a pastor, a born-again Christian, a believer. It can be a dibia, it can be a native doctor, is a wine, an ordinary person who say, okay, I'm a Judaist, a Muslim. Just name them. You will see that there are so many things that even you watching me now, listening to us now, there are so many things you're going through in your life. And many other people are going through, but they don't have answer to the cause of it. Yes. Amara ihe kpatara ya, elecha onwe ha anya, they say, oh, ana m ebi ndụ dị mma. I mean, I'm trying my best to live a holy life. I'm trying my best to not to commit this sin or commit that sin. I've been keeping myself, I've been praying to God, I've been, observing my prayer time, my fasting and prayers and so on and so forth. But still, this same person who have been observing all these things is still undergoing some serious issues of life that he cannot fathom the root cause of it. And to some persons will say it is your sin, some people will say this and that. But the truth of the matter is that it is the causes of incarnation that is reflecting as an effect on you in the present life, because it was not all fulfilled in the previous life. And the only way to get out of this or to be free from it is to go through the observation and discovery of whatever incarnation that was the situation in your previous life. You see, the white men do what they call past life progression or past life reprogression and so on. And they do try to know what has happened in their previous life, what have been the existence. And that's why they take astrology so strong, and they take numerology so strong, they take palmistry so strong. When you go to the Indians, you go to Indian land, America, and so many parts of Europe, you see Asian land, they don't play with astrology. They don't play with astronomy. They don't play with numerology. They don't play with palmistry. Even their shamanic practices, They make sure that they try to know who they are, what has been their cases in the past life, and how can they get out of it through their own cultural cosmologies and ideologies and practices. Okay? It's only the African man, especially the Igbo man, who do not really take serious about his life and what has been and what is now and what is to be. It's just taking life is the will of God. God wanted that way. Whatever God wants to happen. That is not true. That is not how the white man has become who they are. That is not how developed countries developed. They do research and keep doing research. They never get tired. They will continue making mistakes and learning from their mistakes. Even if they plan huge projects and fail, they will not give up, and they will not say, no, I'll spend so much money, I'll spend millions, and I will not do again. No. Will continue to run. You will continue until you get there, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. Yes. You will continue throwing away. One day you will catch the whole thing. And when you catch it, you will not throw away again. Yes. So, most of the problems many are going through today is as a result of incarnation. And the causes of those incarnations are bringing the effects we are having. So many hits, so many people are going through in their marriages, in their homes, in their businesses, most things you are experiencing, even in your social life, in your marriage life, in your business wise, affecting your businesses. And not just because you don't know how to do business. It's not just because what you're doing does not prosper. It is about incarnation. Who have incarnated you? What did he do in the life past? What kind of life did he live? Was he cursed? Was she cursed? What were the self-inflicted causes? What were the community-inflicted causes? What were the parental-inflicted causes? What were the actions, the karma that the person performed that he or she did not pay the price in the previous life? And now is incarnated into this present one. And you are the one. You don't even know what he or she has done. And you are passing through the same, because it's the same person, it's the same spirit that has come. Spirit never dies. It's the body that dies and go down to the ground where it comes from. Yes, it's the spirit. The soul does not die. Okay? It continues living until it finishes its karma. So, most people have been cursed in the previous life. Most people have been hypnotized in the previous life, and they could not lose themselves or get out of it, until this present one. And now they are here. They are still going through sheepishly on this present life. They are just going about playing, binding, losing, doing all sort of rubbish that does not help them free themselves from the bondage or the cages of incarnation. Okay? Incarnation never dies. Yes. So you need to understand that ordinary spiritual consciousness has a way through the Igbo cosmology and African spirituality to free you from past life causes and its effect in this present time. Because it's real. Every book called spiritual book, the Bible, the Quran, the Indian scripture of the what do you call it? The Hinduism scripture book. Call it ordinala, call it whatever you call it. They all have injunctions supporting this truth. Okay? About incarnation and reincarnation. They know it. Jesus, when he came, he confirmed it. Read your scriptures very well. Okay? And himself is a spirit that incarnated in a human body. We are spiritual beings having human experiences. Okay? So, and the reality is that you're not just the body you see or anybody sees. You are a spirit in a human body. The body is just like a cloth. Do you understand? So you need to understand your spiritual being, because the spiritual controls the physical. It takes the spiritual to handle your physical life, because your spirit is what is moving this body. If the spirit leaves the body drops and it cannot walk. The eyes will be there, the ears will be there, the mouth will be there, the nose will be there, the legs and hands will be there. But it cannot stand, it cannot move, because the body does not have its own power. Only the air that was breathed into this body, and it became a living being. Okay? So this is very important in your life. You need to know it, and you need to begin to, find a way of understanding your true essence deep down, inside out, because that is what makes you real person. And a man or woman who does not know who he is or what has happened in his or her life in the previous life and on to this present one, how can you know where you're going? When I'm ebe mmiri bido ma where kedu otu ọ yesi wee mara ebe ọ ya nọ wee zobe ezebe iya magodo ebe mmiri bido mawa gị na ndụ a, okay, ka i wee mara ebe ị ga-ebido mee gịnị zebe ya bụ mmiri. Ọ bụ mmiri ọkọchị na-ama gị, ọ bụ mmiri udu mmiri na-ama gị, kedu mmiri na-ama gị ibe a, kedu mgbe o bidoro, kedu ebe o si bido, ka i wee mara ka ị ga-esi wee zebe ya. So nwanne, ọ dị oke mkpa na ndụ gị that na ị ga-eneba anya spiritually deeply into your life. Okay? Then take the ordinary spiritual consultation reading. Nke a na-akpọ deeply bụ afa dị omimi. Chọpụta ihe na-eme na ndụ gị. Leba anya, don't be deceived. Don't allow magomago people to continue deceiving you. Don't worry, don't mind. Ever since, ask yourself, yes, you that is watching me now, ask yourself, ever since you have been, don't mind, and you never paid attention, but you have been doing the one they told you, what have been the results? So many people you see that they come up to life and things are going well with them and they're succeeding and not going through all this whole thing. It's as a result of past life. Their incarnation of the previous life, they did well. They paid their price. They settled their karma. Okay? Their causes they were liberated from causes and from influences of negativities. And now they couldn't reap everything in the previous life. And this present life, they are here now to enjoy their life. What about you, who is laden the previous life with curses? What about the man who is being inflicted by community curses and, oburochu or oburumado or many hojo di chiche, alajidie, or fonogi is a natural forces. Okay? And this person has been passing through, he went through a whole lot. Alachoy also, because in the previous time, when you watch, alachoy also, and you see that the person will never resist in order to enjoy good things. Just like many people are going about today, and they are killing and using all kinds of juju and all charms and destroying so many people's luck and all. They will pay the price. They will surely pay the price, whether in this life or in the life to come. Okay? So, it is a reality that you need to make sure that you find your way out and liberate yourself. Okay? Go through your route. Okay? And okwamba nolu. And that is it. So, let it be known to you. Just like you can see, this man who is playing this is a gong. This is an African gong, okay? It is used to call the villagers to come, for a meeting. So, ordinary is real. Reality is real. Amala is real. And when you see this happening, you must pay attention. Anybody hearing this gong now will know that the village is making a call. And Anna on the Madukabia. This is for real. Okay? So, and that is how it goes. And when you follow this way, you will never miss your path. You will never miss your way. So, chopota what is going on in your life. And you will never regret that you did. Because that is the only solution to you. Ordinary spiritual consciousness has a way of liberating you, saving you, because reincarnation never dies, and it is real. Most of the things you're going through is from that root. It is well with you. You can send us a message through this number 090-178-186-74. 090-178-186-74. Ịchọ ka anyị nyere gị aka, a na-agba afa dị omimi, a na-arụkwa ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche, a na-enyere gị aka, a na-eweta nkụzi a for liberation from fears, mind enslavement, and poverty. And it will be well with you as you follow suit. Through that, Afadomimi, spiritual reading, you will be able to find out deeply, what is going on. Don't fall into the hands of those who do not know what they are doing. They will just tell you, no, know yourself. Life is about knowing yourself. When you know yourself, you know your God. And if you don't know yourself, you can't know your God. Because the God you're talking about, you don't see. But the spirit in you speaks to you, moves you. In that spirit you live, you walk, you do all you do in the land of the living. Okay? So, get deeper into yourself. By knowing yourself, you will know your environments, you will know your God, and you will know people as well, and know how to relate with everyone in love, in peace, in joy, in harmony. And there will be no problem at all in your life. It is well with you. Keke pụrụ ihe ọjọọ ma ketara gị nke ọma. Kekepụ ihe bịara ire gị ma ketara ihe ị ga-eri. Udo dịrị gị, agazielu gị.